it's not gonna be us. And, I mean, if you write your ordinance in a way that you can force them to paint over it if they don't do it right.
Well, it's good
It
that
really needs your blessing
council
to come
will
every
be
time to do it.
outsourcing sort of the material selection and so forth. You all aren't, you kind of have the final say on the matter, but
Yes.
it's been vetted through a community-based organization, which is a good thing in the ordinance, just like it is here in Marksville. And it looks like Marksville, I'll check with them over there, but it looks like it's merely a policy for them. Again, it doesn't appear to be an ordinance.
No, it's not.
But this is the policy that governors are thinking on these things. Now go out and implement it, sort of approach, which is better because I think it leaves,
It's like
it keeps
recommendation.
the government out of deciding what content is going up in our public
Don't want
domain.
us saying this.
If you do that, you're just opening up the potential for litigation with, well, I wanted to put up a picture of this and the council told me I couldn't do it. Well, if the cultural review has said that it's historically appropriate, then it's a good thing to have it structured this way, I think.
But we can establish the policy that we don't think that nudity is appropriate.
Yeah, correct.
Right, yes.
Yeah, there's things that are in fact, free speech doesn't mean any speech of any kind ever.
Shouting, firing.
Exactly, that's the example that's often used.
Well, you could also put in this verbiage that a committee will be constituted maybe when we need to call them, instead of having an established like the planning committee. You can create a committee when you need a committee.
Your recommendation is we send this to Rachel and her committee.
Another possibility would be that when you all appoint members to the planning commission, that I don't know, that's a role you want them to take on, sort of the mural approval process. The planning commission itself is supposed to be a diverse group of members of our community appointed by council. They could look at proposed murals and follow the policy that you all have set out, and in the aftermath of these other groups disbanding, or years from now when there is no more mural committee assigned. But your planning commission is a statutory creation, it will always be there, you think. You could assign this policy to be reviewed with, and they would seek input from you all speaking to them, because they have public hearings all the time. And Reimagine Chatham appears and says, hey, we've got a mural idea, here it is, we'd like your approval, recommendation to the council.
And we've been serving your advice. Yes.
The way you're using the existing structure of what's already in place, maybe use the planning commission for your initial screening. And they get input from.
Well, this is not the committee to do that. Mark Twain's comment that the town was, of course, put together by a committee.
I think you're right, the policy needs to be developed, and maybe you could appoint somebody from the council, somebody from the planning commission, and perhaps somebody from one of the community organizations, and the three people meet and hammer out a policy that addresses all of their perspectives.
One from each.
To me, that would make good sense, and then you've got the input that you need, and eventually, ultimately, obviously, it's gonna be the council's policy.
Yes.
The council will have the final approval of the policy.
And you,
Bill, you recommend anybody else, maybe the town manager is sort of,
Yeah, I can take this and turn it into something.
sit with the other,
would you appoint a member?
I'll be happy to appoint a member, sure. You want me to-
that
We
just
can
get
do this
an informal,
informal discussion.
It needs to be pretty quickly though.
Yes,
You don't
we'd like
wanna run up on,
Well, I mean, there's no prohibition on painting a mural now.
Right.
Right. So, it's not stopping us, but we're here because we're trying to be above board, and, we don't want this to be controversial.
right,
And so, the whole point of having a clear policy is that somebody goes and paints it, and we say, okay, we're happy with that, or at least we're not unhappy with
I
it,
think what the town is trying to say is that we would like to have something in place at some point, So that this is going to expand beyond one mural.
Right. I mean, we're setting guidelines for some individual property owner in the future decides, hey, I wanna hire a guy to paint something on the wall of my building. Let me have some document I can consult to make sure I'm not gonna run afoul of my local government, right?
I understand that this is all brand new to us.
But are there grant terms that say when the mural has to be painted or the funds would have to be returned?
Well, I mean, it was funded for this year, so they wanna see us complete it, you know, in 2026.
13,000's, well, I don't know when it's due.
You said December, the project needed to be completed by.
Yeah, it was.
Let's-
Probably is December 31st, but
Right.
I don't know.
It's nice to paint when it's warm. so.
Can you meet Monday next week?
Sure, what day you want to meet? Of course, we have the work schedule.
It may not be me, I might find a member to
Okay.
come, but if you want me to come, it needs to be 4 o'clock or later.
It would have to be 4 o'clock later. Could we meet Monday at 4 o'clock? Joe?
Yeah, I think so.
I can meet there. That's one. Janet, would you?
This is just an informal read.
Yes.
Right.
Yeah, so,
As long as there can be no more than 2 members of council.
I understand.
President of the council.
Makes it a meeting.
that's fine if you want me there.
Yeah, that would be the two of us. That's
Okay.
it. I just, so we can hash the thing out. You'll be there?
Yeah, if I'm not there, I'll designate a representative.
And I will ask Rachel to be here. Rachel Gatewood from the,
Oh.
She bring the snacks, right?
Kelly,
I can.
can you reach out to Rachel?
Rachel, yes, sir.
Right.
Monday at 4,
At 4 o'clock.
here at Town Hall.
This
Right
week,
here. in this
Which
room.
I'm up.
Is that all right?
Yes, sir.
Okay, very good. I'll go back to the, okay, let's go back to new business and to the way we work. Starting out with A, we've done D and E now, so we just have the two. Town billboards. I put that on the agenda because I have heard some rumblings that somebody might like to establish billboards in the town of Chatham. I think that such an effort that is being put out by Chatham First, Reimagine Chatham, Chatham Rotary, for town beautification, precludes having any kind of billboards in town. So I'm recommending that we ban billboards.
We don't have anything already
No,
about that,
we do
Bill.
not.
I can't think of an empty plot of land that we could go on.
Well, I don't know now, but it's possible.
Okay. So do you need a motion or?
Yeah, are we allowed to do that?
So, again, because it's part of our zoning
Yeah.
decision-making, typically you would send it to the planning commission for review.
Fine, that's fine.
Planning commission, what do you want to do with regard to billboards, if anything? We're wondering if, certainly you may ban.
Then
On the converse side of that, is if you were going to allow them, you have to be careful with what you can and can't allow for content. But we're not going down that road, just, yes. But it would ordinarily start with a recommendation from the planning commission, who would then refer to the council for another public hearing, and then there'd be approval to. But for now, we're silent on it. There's nothing, and most smaller community local governments don't have billboard ordinances either for or against. They're just silent on it. Because typically, like Ms. Bishop said, which was, there's really no place, where are you gonna put them? There's not any ideal.
Sure there is. Put it on the corner of Main and US 57, put a big pole in there, put a sign up right at the light, and you have it covered. You can put them anywhere, you can stick a pole.
Where can you practically put them in Chatham?
But what I'm saying is you can stick them anywhere there's a pole.
Yes.
You could stick them on
Sure.
top of Phil Maher's hotel, looking south as you go north on Main.
may we have a recommendation to
I
send it?
make a recommendation that we send the,
refer it to the planning commission for study
Yes,
or consideration.
please.
thank you.
And
My
I will
brain's
second the
not
motion. All those in favor say aye.
Uh,
Aye, okay.
You got that,
All
Kelly?
those in favor, Bishop Black and Easley is absent, as
Yes.
the town billboard study will be sent to the planning commission.